Live from the basement, my basement, where I reside. And yes, I don't have any makeup on today. I said I was gonna come as I am, and here I am. 100 natural. Of course, the pony ain't mine, but I paid for it. So it is what it is. It's cracking with y'all, man. Look, man, look. This week been off the motherfucking Yowza in my Nori voice. It's been off the chain. I'm starting to venture out into some new things, business ventures. And one of them is bartending. So I'm being trained as a bartender right now. And not bad. Not bad at all. Last weekend was my first weekend working. I worked Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And the shit worked out for me, you know. Motherfucker showed mad love. Shout out to everybody that came throughout the weekend and came to the bar, showed me some love, ordered a drink or left a tip. That's what it's all about. It was always something that was on my bucket list. Like, I don't know what it was, but you know how some women or men that go into cosmetology, how do people look at the end or whatever. I think the excitement for me is just providing a service, you know, even though it may be alcohol. But I like them. It's like, good drinks and, you know, that type of stuff keep you motivated to wanting to do it, you know. So it's definitely different. I have not been hands-on with customers probably over 20 years. Over 20 years since I've worked with the public in public. I strayed away from that because I had problems with females that find out where I work and want to cause problems. I know that may sound crazy or paranoid or no, I've actually had that happen. I've had for people not to know where I worked at until they saw me. And then it became a problem of phone calls and alleged misbehavior and that sort of thing. So I tend to stray away from jobs where I deal with the public hands-on. I usually deal with the public via telephone because I did telemarketing for like 10 years. So that's where I had gotten accustomed to not having to deal with someone face to face. But I don't do bad face to face. It's just certain people don't like me face to face. And that's the best way I can put it. They're not comfortable with me face to face. But I can say with this, I really haven't had a problem as far as my customers and them being patient and them knowing that this is something that I'm just starting out with. Excuse me. I apologize. I'm an old lady. I can't retain gas. That should have given me a heart attack. I don't want that. So excuse me. But as I was saying, just as far as the aspect of dealing with people, like it's been pleasant because a lot of people, fortunately, I actually knew that I served. So it made it a little less stressful because it's like, oh my God, what is this person going to think of me? Are they going to come back? You know, you worry about that because if you're working off of tips. So you always want to make sure that you're treating the customer with exclusivity. You want them to feel like you want them to feel like they're the only person that you're serving. So you don't want them to feel left out, second class, or, you know, ostracized. So now, I will say this for those that may think it, I do not drink while I'm at work. I am not at work. Well, I'm not going to say at work, but while I'm at the establishment, she does not drink. I do that at leisure because I want to get to know what I'm doing. And I don't want to be back there discombobulated and drunk and sloppy. I don't think that's appropriate. You can't help somebody if you can't even help yourself. So that's where we are with that. But outside of that part, that was awesome. But I did run into a bit of a confrontation. And when I say that, I really reverted back to who I used to be. It was temporary, of course, but I think that these younger females misunderstand the fact that, you know, I used to be live. So, I mean, just because I'm older, that means I try to put a little bit more thought into my actions than I did when I was younger, when I just would pop off and ain't give a fuck. So, um, but they seem to think that that's something that they can just disrespect me or get out of hand with me or whatever, and it's gonna be cool. Oh, she a old bitch, whatever. That may be true, but the part that you thinking I'm not gonna pop off, that's where we have a problem, because I am with the shits either fucking way. If you be cool, I'ma be cool. If you not cool, then we not gonna be cool. Point blank, period. But I may try to take that high road and try to diffuse it at a different aspect. But ultimately, motherfucker, you're not gonna just say and do what you want to me, and I'm supposed to be cool with it because I'm supposed to be scared of you. Nah, we only got one life. One. You see that? One life. And we supposed to live it to the best of our capabilities. And I refuse to have someone to have me scared to live my life. If I'm not breaking any laws or this is that and the other, I refuse to let anybody feel like they run my life or I'm going to be scared to live it because of their presence. It has never happened before, and it's not going to start now. And I'm even more apprehensive about stuff due to COVID because I'm already a person that doesn't like their space crowded. It just sent it to another fucking level. Yes, I still would like to, because when I'm in public, I'm going to give you your 6 feet. Okay? I'm going to give you your social distancing. So if I'm displaying that, I expect for the next person to act accordingly. So my nigga, if you see me already 6 feet away from the motherfucker in front of me, don't come close to me. Don't come beyond that 6 feet. I don't want 5 feet. I don't want 4 feet. I don't want 3 feet. 2 feet, a foot. No, unacceptable. The only people that get that close to me is people I allow in that space that has been possibly in that space before. So you motherfuckers that think you can just crowd up around people and shit and motherfuckers ain't gonna say nothing, well, bitch, I'm gonna say something. So if you don't want an altercation, you don't want to be, in a situation, respect my space. That's all I'm asking. Respect my space. That's it. Respect my motherfucking space. And it's amazing that at this point in our life, we have been in quarantine over a year, and it has been over a year since the death of George Floyd. That is still something that the Black community is trying to digest. Even a year later, after a conviction, still as a community, we're trying to digest it. And it's not easy, especially if you've experienced this type of situation, either seeing it or someone in your family being expired due to police brutality or, you know, lack of medical attention by law enforcement after inflicting injury. Um, we got a long road ahead of us. I will say that the situation with George Floyd has opened up maybe people's eyes that weren't open at first. You know, it has shown you the possibilities. Now, we're not saying that this guy is going to go to the electric chair. We're not saying that he's going to do a life sentence. But if said things were to be in his cards, so be it. But if it does not work out fairly, it's going to be a lot of hurt feelings. And I will say my feelings would be hurt too, because it's like, why go all this way and don't go all the way? Like, if you're going to make an example out of him, do like you do black people. Make a good ass example out of him. You know, all the people that he has apprehended, probably off of stereotypes or suspicions or, you know, just racial profiling, and that have caught charges because of this dude, let his ass know what it feel like to be on the other end of them balls, on the other side of them balls. It's no fun when the rabbit got the gun. So he's definitely gonna have to, you know, as they say, the old people say, reap what you sow. Like, when you put out that type of vibe, that shit is subject to come back and haunt you. It is subject to come back and bite you in the ass. And a lot of times they say it comes back tenfold. So, or three. I've heard 3 and I've heard 10. Either way, it comes back. So, whatever you did, if it hurt somebody, you're going to get yours back, but it's going to be 3 to 10 times more hurtful. That's wild. So why even like set yourself up to inflict pain upon people's lives if you have the inkling of a possibility that it may boomerang back? You know, I'm not perfect. Not at all. Not at all. But I do understand, you know, karma. I do understand it. You know, hence the name underneath my face. It's spelled differently, but it's the comeback. It's the comeback that sometimes is the worst. You know, it ain't the initial actions, but the repercussions of your actions may be worse than you expected. So, hey, that's why I try to put my best foot forward when it comes to all situations. That's why even in situations, just random shit in traffic. That's why, you know, I'm not road raging, trying to run nobody off the road. You know, I'm not following nobody. I ain't trying to throw nobody no fingers. I'm not trying to throw nothing at their vehicles. None of that shit. Okay? Just happy the moment didn't happen. And let's continue to drive and move on. That's what we're looking to. That's what we're interested in. How to move on. But some people don't know how to control themselves, and unfortunately those type of situations unfortunately get out of hand. I don't want that for myself or for nobody else. So that is awesome. Also, just, you know, I usually say some things that may offend people. And I'm not going to apologize. I will say this. Um, it's not necessarily directed towards you if you are offended. But if it's something that can help you, maybe you need to be offended. Maybe you need to be offended enough for it to be brought to your attention so that maybe you can correct it to better yourself. It's not about other people, their outlook, their aspect, none of that. It's about you. If you take offense to anything that I say, and I'm not saying it to you personally, then there's some things in yourself that you may need to adjust. And I'm not going to say change, because some people don't need to change. Some people just need to adjust. And that's what it is that people have a problem with, is adjusting. It's not about change. It's about adjustment. And that's what is not being recognized. Like, okay, for instance, just behavior. Let's say behavior. Situation right now. Be honest. My son, we battling out about his grades. He doesn't need to change as a person. He needs to make some academic adjustments. Meaning, no, my son doesn't curse at me. My son isn't destroying the house. He's not threatening and harming his sister or himself or anything violent. But this nigga don't like to do his schoolwork, and he's virtual learning. He home, I'm here, but still, you still on some bullshit, not doing what you're supposed to do without a motherfucker breathing down your shoulder. Now, solution, adjustment. Now, because you don't have your cell phone, you can't play your game when you want. So basically, you job punish. Let's call it what it is. You punish. And your shit is limited. You can't go in the basement, your room, the dining room. That's it. You are on lockdown. You're not getting any visitors or none of that shit. So the adjustment that needs to be made is he needs to adjust his focus. He needs to adjust to doing his work. Therefore, with those adjustments, things could go different for you all around. Change the tempo. That's all we're trying to do. Sure, if you was turning in all your assignments and doing what you're supposed to do, wouldn't have a problem in giving you your phone back. Wouldn't have a problem. Why? Because out of the two that live here, you are the oldest out of the two kids, and you would have earned those privileges. Don't want to adjust. Want to keep giving me problems, when in turn, it's actually his problem. So whatever happens or doesn't happen, he can't blame nobody but himself. Adjustments. Make adjustments, people. Some of you guys need to make adjustments in your relationships with other people. I, again, recently have had to do so with family members, unfortunately. I had to make an adjustment to not partake in their company. And it's not because I hate them. It is because your actions left me no other alternative but to adjust to your current behavior. And your current behavior does not allow me to feel like I want to be in your presence, around you, or entertain. I'm not going on Facebook cussing nobody out. I ain't texting nobody threatening. I'm not showing up at your house. Try not even to speak about you. So therefore, you have old people say, you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. Been trying to be radio silent about the situation. So, adjustment. I made an adjustment. Didn't change, just adjusted. And that's the one thing that you have to understand. It ain't always about change. At times, it's about adjustment. And most of the time, people look at adjustment as change. Um, Perfect example, again, not my personal story, but the story of many households throughout America. One parent leaves, the other one stays. The one that stays gets someone of interest, and the kids think, oh, this person taking my parent away from me, this is that and the other, acting out, being an asshole, and the person may actually be beneficial to you guys' life. And when I say that, support. It may be a person that is totally not weird, not a pedophile, not any of that, but could be a benefit to having a relationship with. Probably has a decent job, real easy going, laid back, but because the child and or the parent is not used to this. They're not used to someone that's not rah, rah, rah all the time. They're not used to somebody going out and coming back and had a fist fight in the parking lot at a McDonald's every time they go. They're probably not used to that. And unfortunately, they're not able to adjust to it. So said person walks away from the whole situation. Do you blame them? No. They adjusted. They came in. It was not, the love or the relationship was not reciprocated by the other parties. Why be somewhere you not wanted? You adjust. So you leave. Plain and simple. What may be a change to you, again, may be an adjustment to somebody else. So keep that word in mind when you're looking at a situation. Ask yourself, is it a change or do you need to adjust to it? Because some things you don't have to adjust to, or your action of adjusting is leaving the situation. And if that's what you think is best for you, for your sanity or freedom or whatever the situation may be, or your peace of mind, feel free to adjust. I'm going to do it every time. And that, unfortunately, is my downfall because I'm able to adjust a little too fast for people sometimes because I've had to do that my entire life. I've had to deal with adjustments, whether it was moving and adjusting to a different living space, moving, adjusting to a new school, going from one grade to the next. That was an annual adjustment up until 12th grade. So, depending on the situation, a lot of times, I'm not going to say a lot of times because I don't know how people's lives are going, but for the most part, at times, adjustments are needed, especially if you're growing. If you're growing as a person, you're going to have to adjust. That's like the age of 20 and 21. Like, yeah, you're a legal adult at 20, but you allegedly by paperwork are grown come 21. That's an adjustment. You have to adjust to the fact that your ID is facing forward now. You have to adjust to the fact that you can gamble now. You have to adjust that you can go to the liquor store legally now. Like those type of things are adjustments that you cannot stop. It's either you're going to embrace it and roll with the adjustment, or you're going to fight against it and cause more problems. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of people do. They make adjustments and they cause more problems for themselves. So, learn how to adjust. You don't necessarily have to change, but you should always adjust, Just a little insight on a Wednesday, because that's what this episode is all about. Hello. Thank you for watching. I know, don't say what I think you're going to say. Yeah. And we're just going to move on from it. I do. All I'm going to say is I do. And I say it a little bit now. But yeah, I do. But yeah, it's not always about change. It's about adjustment. So, stop looking at everything is going to change. Everything is going to change. Everything adjusts. Whether it's the year, the day, your attitude, sometimes your weight, your clothing, everything adjusts to the situation. That's like, going from winter to summer or from spring to summer. You got to adjust your wardrobe. You can't wear the same thing in the spring that you wear in the summer or vice versa. Because in the spring, your summer clothes are too light, meaning you're going to be cold because it's not going to be for that season. Just like your spring clothes, you can't wear in the summer because they're going to be too hot and you're going to sweat to death because they're not light enough to adjust to the temperature. So, with that being said as well, yeah, adjust. So, I've had to adjust to working with the public again. It's not something that I thought I would be doing at my age. I'm not saying it's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying, but I'm excited because it's something I always wanted to do or give a try. So I'm going to see how it work out for me. Hopefully things will continue to be good and things will continue to prosper. And, it'll work itself out. But with being on lockdown over the last year, like it's good to see people because you get so many messages and on your timeline and it's RIPs and this is an opportunity to actually get a chance to see people. I do it safely. We have guards in between, but they're clear so we can see the person and they can see us. And if we choose to, we can come from behind or whatever, what have you. But I do continuously wear a mask and I hand sanitize like every 10 minutes while I'm in there. So, and every opportunity given, I am social distancing. So sometimes they may look for me. I am off in a corner away from everybody else. Even though that's probably how I would carry it anyway, but just even more so just for my safety and the safety of my family. Like I'm trying to do what I can other than get vaccinated to stay safe. I've never been into people all over me and all in my face and all that shit anyway. Never been a fan of that. And my poo, that's different. Him being in my face, that's different. Because I sleep in the same bed with him. Sometimes he roll over, I roll over, we face to face. That's different. But for a motherfucker that I ain't seen in 15 years to be, hey, Ken, what's up? No, back it the fuck up. Don't come here with that foolishness. Give me my space. I'm definitely going to need my motherfucking space. So, I just, I'm just trying new shit. Just trying new things. Just to kind of, I guess, to figure out, get in where I fit in or what have you. But just trying Spike Lee, baby, do the right thing. And you never know. Seeing me might make their day. Because I say random shit. I make people laugh constantly, knowingly, unknowingly. It's just how I am. That's my personality. So with being able to do that and maybe brighten somebody's day, that is fucking dope. Even without the alcohol, just saying, hey, what's up? How you doing? How you been? Good to see you. You know, you never know who need that extra little push to keep going. And if I can do that, why not? Why not? Because I will say on certain days, I may be feeling some type of way. And then this mystery person will pop up and brighten my day. So to be able to do that at the establishment, it's fucking dope. It's fucking dope. You know, I don't have no complaints. None. None. I ain't got fired yet. You know, or being escorted off the premises. So I'm going to keep learning and growing and doing whatever I can that makes Kamala happy. Because everybody else is doing what they love. So guess what? I'm here to do what I love. And I got a bunch of old biddies around me that make it worth coming up and showing out. So it's worth it. It's worth it because it's fun. You know, I'm not going to lie. It's fun. Like, where can you go and can actually be yourself? Besides home. Besides home. Where can you go and possibly make money? Being yourself. No fronting, no facade, none of that shit. Just being yourself. That's the part that I like. You know, of course, certain shit you can't wear, whatever. They ain't say I can't wear no booty skirts or booty shorts, but I can't wear tank tops. So, not a problem. I have enough shit. I don't have to wear a tank top there, you know. And if I do, I'll wear a little throw over, a little cardigan or something. You know, that's how I do. I adjust. Well, 15 minutes before the hour. You know, I try to give y'all anywhere from 45 to 60 minutes every week, just giving y'all a little of, you know, what's cracking or what's going on here at Brickhouse Radio Live. You know, we still got some lines in the water as far as guests and bringing people on. So I appreciate everybody that support every week. I appreciate it. And Tyreek, if you're watching, I apologize, G-Way. Mr. Galloway, I apologize. Adjusting this last week has been a lot. But I will hit you up over the weekend and we can discuss the deets and get some things shaken. But yeah, it's definitely a lot. It is definitely a lot to, you know, put on yourself if you don't adjust. So sometimes when you hear the sound or hear the saying go with the flow, sometimes you need to. It's easier on your soul. It's easier on your soul. But I do want to talk about some bullshit. Let's go. Here lately in our hometown, there's been a lot of exposure. And when I say exposure, I mean motherfuckers is really doing some nefarious shit. Oh yeah, and your mental. Yeah, it's good on your soul and your mental. It gotta keep you right, love. Gotta keep you right, shorty. And I do owe you a live apology. I just realized that you had called me the other day, but I think I was at the establishment. So I don't be on my phone like that. And if it's too late, I'm not gonna call you because I know you got babies. But Again, I apologize, and I will get better about checking my phone and returning calls. Because usually Auntie don't do you like that. She right there when you call, or I'll call you right back as soon as I realize you call. So I will get better about that. But yeah, the exposure. Let's get back to that. So rumor has it that there are grown men having sex with little boys. And when I say little boys, don't mean 8 or 9 years old. I mean young teenagers, age 13 and up. It's been said that, it's several people, and unfortunately, I don't know them personally, but I know of them. I could point them out in a crowd. I can tell you who they related to, that sort of thing. And I just want to say this for anybody that has the strength to come forward and expose someone that did something horrible to them,